Good morning, Pleasant Hill Mustangs. This is Mrs. Frederick here at Pleasant Hill. I'm your school principal, and I'm joined today with Mrs. Stamatukos, who's our new assistant principal.
Hi, everyone.
Today, we're going to go ahead and take some time to get us ready for the 2021 school year. I want to share with you some of the building safety protocols and measures and explicit teaching of some of those expectations that are going to go ahead and happen this school year to go ahead and keep everybody safe. I'm here at the main entrance of our building, and I wanted to go ahead and bring your attention to some of those safety measures that are posted on our exterior windows and on some of our doors. As you can see, this one on the far left here says face coverings required. You may be wondering right now, I don't have a face covering on, and that's because I'm outside and I am 6 feet apart from Mrs. Stamatukos. If we were closer than that, we'd have to go ahead and have our face masks on. But because we're not, we don't have to have them on while we're outside. But when we go in, Mrs. Frederick's going to go ahead, put her face mask on, and go ahead and walk inside the building. The other poster that I wanted to go ahead and bring everyone's attention to is the self-certification that's required prior to going ahead and entering our building. District 200 went ahead and sent out the self-certification form to every member of our community that's going to have a child in school, as well as our staff members. We ask that prior to coming to school, you take that time to do the screener and make sure that you're sending your child or yourself to school in a healthy way. And so everybody can go ahead and be safe. So at this time, we're going to go ahead and head inside the building. I'm going to go ahead and put on my mask, just as you guys are. And so if you're riding the bus, or you're riding the bus, or you're at the bus stop, we ask that you have your face coverings on, as well as when you're stepping out of the car, please put your face masks on as well. So I'm going to put my mask on, just like that, and we're going to go ahead and walk inside the building. You're going to see that many things are similar to the way they were last year, but there's been some additional safety measures that have been put into place. So our front lobby, and let's go ahead and go to the front office. So in our front office, you will see that we have 2 sets of plexiglass here, and this plexiglass is put in place to go ahead and protect our amazing office staff here at Pleasant Hill. We have Mrs. Borman and Mrs. Del Falco, and they have been working so hard as well as everybody else within our community to go ahead and get our schools up and ready for you guys to come, which we cannot wait, by the way. We're so excited. You'll also go ahead and see an additional poster, and these posters are displayed, like I said, on the outside windows as well as throughout our building, and we got these from the Illinois Department of Health, and they reference the importance of going ahead and keeping your distance, keeping that 6-foot distance from one another, which we're going to reference in just a little bit as we walk down our first floor hallway. So I'm going to turn it on over to Mrs. Stamatukos, and she's going to go ahead and show you some of the markings that we put in our first floor hallway.
Very good. So if you see here, as we start off, we have markings along with this yellow tape, and we have some arrows here to show which direction to be walking down. We're all going to be walking down the right side of the hallway. So if you follow me, the first place I'm going to take you to is the bathroom, because I want to show you quickly how we have the bathroom's distance for everyone's safety here. So we have some tape along some of these stalls to ensure that we have 6 feet, so we can use the bathrooms, and we've also blocked off a sink to make sure that all of our students are safely accessing the washrooms and able to wash their hands. Thank you. And as we come out, these yellow lines here on the side, as we walk through the building, are going to be very important because they're going to help us with making sure that we have 6 feet of distance between all of us as we're lined up. So if we're waiting for the bathroom, we have the 6 feet, we follow the arrows and we go. This is going to show how we walk down the hallway. Sometimes we walk a little faster than our friends, but the Mustang way this year, we are superheroes. So we're going to go up, up and away. We're going to make sure we keep that 6 feet between all of us to stay really safe and to keep each other safe so we can move through the school. Mrs. Frederick, I think now we're heading to.
We are. So we are going to go ahead and head to one of our first grade classrooms. It's Mrs. Buckholtz's classroom. and she's been busy getting it all ready for everybody. Some of you may have had Mrs. Buckholz in kindergarten, but this year she's going to be in first grade. I think what you're going to go ahead and see is that our classrooms are still looking very friendly and they're very safe. Upon entering the classroom, one of those explicit expectations that we're going to be sharing with our students and every single staff member is you'll see a single wall next to the door in each classroom. There is a hand sanitizing unit. So upon entering, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sanitize my hands, and then I'm going to walk directly to my desk. So I'm going to walk to my desk, and as you can see, each of the desks are 6 feet apart. Okay, we spent lots of time this summer measuring to make sure that every single desk 6 feet apart, forward and back, and side by side. In the event that desks get jostled around, you can see that there are markings on the floor to ensure that the desks can go ahead and get placed back in their proper spot. Okay. Another great thing in all of our classrooms here at Pleasant Hill is that we have these hand washing stations. Every single classroom at Pleasant Hill has a sink where students are going to be able to go ahead, come in, wash their hands with soap and water. In addition to the hand washing station, every teacher has paper towels and a container of hand sanitizer that they can go ahead and use at their discretion to clean up any surface in the classroom as needed. This will continue to get refilled every single night, okay? So as you can see, boys and girls, look around. Mrs. Buckholz has done an absolutely amazing job with decorating and getting everything ready for you guys. We just can't wait to go ahead and have you back in person and to see you soon. So with that, we're going to head on outside. I think we're going to talk about smile breaks, right?
Yes. So this year, because we're going to use face coverings to keep ourselves and each other safe, we have an opportunity to have show your smile time. So we've looked at different areas around the building. We're blessed here at Pleasant Hill to have such vast facilities. So different classes are going to be able to sign up for a good 15, 20-minute break where we can use different spaces outside to take off our masks and work on additional instruction. So this gives us a chance to get movement throughout the day, to see, right, and to build those connections, to engage in some social emotional learning, or our different instructional activities and additional learning in just a fun, different way outdoors. So let's go outside to look at some of this. I'll get the door for you. All right, so right out here, we're outside of the bus doors. And if you can see, we have a couple of X's. X marks the spot. Each of these are at least 6 feet apart, and they'll be used for a lot of lineups or when we are taking our breaks outside. You'll see them in most of our break areas that are going to be used on the sidewalks and on the different pavements. If you walk around with me, we are actually blessed right now to be getting a tent as one of our spaces, and it's being put up over the car rider door. This is going to be one of our favorite spots to be able to take some of our smile breaks where, when we're out here, we can take off our masks and breathe and see everyone smile. With that, Mrs. Frederick, would you like to talk a little bit about dismissal and arrival?
Absolutely. So when we're talking about arrival and dismissal, let's start with arrival and let's talk about walkers, okay? Walkers are going to continue to enter through the same door that they have always entered through, as well as getting dismissed out that same door, okay? All students, the big difference this year is that all students are going to go ahead and get dismissed from their homeroom classes, okay? So at the end of the day, the first group of students that's going to exit the building is going to be our car riders. Okay? Our walkers. And so our walkers are going to go ahead and walk out door 11, okay? And there's markings outside of that door that you'll go ahead and be able to see. Because in the morning, we are asking that you go ahead and make sure you have that 6 feet distance between one another and that you're not gathered close together, okay? So that's the walkers. In terms of car riders, Mrs. Stamatukos did a great job of demonstrating that the tent is actually going to be right near the car rider door, okay? Students will continue to enter and be dismissed out the same door that we have used in years past. The main difference is going to be in years past, car riders at the end of the day would go ahead and gather outside of the doors there, and they would go ahead and load from there. We can't go ahead and have students in that close of proximity this year, So students are going to go ahead and get dismissed from their classroom once their numbers are taken in the car line. So there will be a car person out prior to dismissal taking down the numbers, okay, and sharing those with classroom teachers. The first 25 students will then go ahead, proceed down and walk out and get into their cars. It is very important that everybody has their car numbers clearly displayed in their passenger side window to make this process move along. We do anticipate having more car riders than we typically have had, okay? I mentioned this a little bit earlier. We do ask that as students are going ahead and getting out of their cars in the morning, that they have their masks on, okay? And students will walk directly to their classrooms. Buses this year will continue to go ahead and enter through the same door that they've used in the years past as well. The main difference with busing this year is that both entering and leaving school, buses will be staggered in terms of letting the amount of students out. So one bus will go ahead and dismiss, those students will walk to their classrooms, we'll wait till students are in their classrooms, we'll then go ahead and unload the next bus. At the end of the day, we used to have students gathering in the gym for dismissal for our buses. That's no longer going to happen. Students are going to go ahead and stay in their classrooms. As buses arrive, someone from the front office will go ahead and let the classroom teachers know which buses have arrived. There will be staff positioned throughout the hallways as well as outside to help students go ahead and walk out and load their buses, where a supervisor will be assisting them. So that concludes our arrival and dismissal procedures and our updates. We are so excited, everybody, to go ahead and see our students and have them with us here in a very short period of time. We hope that you enjoy these last days of summer, and just can't say how excited we are to have you all back.
Ms. Timtukos, anything you'd like to add?
I'm very happy to be part of this family, and I can't wait to see all of you.